Película claustrofóbica, si las hay, es 7500, que con muy poco hace muchísimo. Hablé con Sebastian Thaler, su director de fotografía, sobre cómo fue pensar creativamente una película que transcurre en tan solo una cabina de un piloto de avión. Hablamos desde lo difícil que era pensar en dónde poner la cámara y cómo pensar los encuadres, hasta el desafío de no cortar casi nunca, el desafío de improvisar y un montón de cosas más de esta pequeña pero interesante película protagonizada por Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
We now return to Mira Akian and Contré with our latest interview.
We did together several projects, and one of them was Everything Will Be Okay, the short film. And there we tried and tested out shooting improvised scenes with long takes without interrupting and really 360 degrees environments. After that movie, Patrick started to write his first feature. And he took the experience from that short film and developed the script. But the additional task was that he wanted to have everything in one room.
So guys,
yeah, it's very small. It's like 3 or 4 square meters. It's really
yeah, it's really small. So
tight.
How hard was to be creative in terms of where to put the camera, how to frame it, and that stuff?
Yeah, before I got the script and I was reading it and I was like, okay, how shall we do that? And before the shooting, we really tried to have a long preparation and we fight for it. And we were testing several movements with some student actors in some flight simulators. And we tried there's some movement, what is possible, what is not possible, what kind of angles create this claustrophobic feeling.
Let her go. Please, I beg, please.
I'm sorry, but you know that under no circumstances you are allowed to let into the cockpit.
And then we were very lucky and we could accomplish a real flight, and we could be in the cockpit. So there we studied like everything. Okay, there is sitting, how's the light coming into the cockpit? And it was also a night flight. And from that experience, from that research, we went into the shooting. And what we did is we really got the real cockpit from an airplane, from a junk place, like the cockpit and the first 10 rows, and recreated the cockpit, how it's real in the reality. The only thing what we changed in the cockpit was that we were heightened the roof a little bit so that there is somewhere a space for me or for the actors to stand. And we also replaced the back wall about, 15 or 20 centimeters just to have a little bit of space for moving, because at the final we're 5 persons in the cockpit. Yeah. So that was like the approach to the shooting.
Tobias, get the nose up. Get the nose up.
Patrick wanted to have it really like his quote was, I want that it feels that the operator was stuck in the situation, he couldn't get out. So, and he wanted to have it really realistic and really real. So this cockpit flight that we were attended, it was really helpful for me to observe everything inside of this real flight, so that I had enough reference pictures for recreating that atmosphere in the studio. I mean, the color palette was given by the airplane. I mean, they are just blue or greenish. For example, the instruments of the cockpit, they are either orange or either white or blue. So you can just try to choose the color palette, but we try to put some color contrast into the cockpit, but still keeping it real and as is.
They don't have guns. They don't have knives. If you work together, you can beat them.
Joseph, I mean, he got a very, let's say, he was preparing himself with a real pilot for the role, and I mean, we had a script, there were written lines, but Patrick was saying from the beginning, I want to have that it's improvised. Of course, we had some beats and let's say points to reach in the story. But everything with Pin was really free to the actor. So Joseph brought some in his story and the other pilot. And what we did then, we really tried to split the script into long sequences. And then we said, okay, the first 20 pages, this is the starting sequence. People are coming. These are 2 shooting days. And what we did, we played always the whole scene without interrupting. So the longest what we were shooting is about 1 hour continuously without any break. So it was also very fun for me and for the actors because they could really get into the role and really be there. Afterwards, we were analyzing the take, and then we saw, okay, we have enough of Joseph. Maybe let's switch on Carlo, or let's try a different glance. So, but what I try always to do is that when I'm shooting this long take or when I'm in the scene, I try always to focus what I would like to see as an audience. So I try also to deliver Patrick and the editing room footage to edit, but because I know he will shorten it, cut it, but I always try to keep everything usable in the frame, so he can really choose the moments he wants in the take.
You're gonna be alright.